Yo, good afternoon. How you doing? This is how to actually become a multi-millionaire part 4. All right, part 4. And this is going to be the last installment of this series. Why? Because this is one of the final things. And to be honest, if you want to become a multi-millionaire, you want to become financially independent, then you got to get a mentor. You got to get into a program. You got to get help. You can't do this on your own. And one of the reasons why I'm shooting this where I am, because you got to understand the path of your journey, right? You got to understand there is a path to your journey. But too often we want to know what the end result of the path is of our journey. You see, I'm on a path right now. I'm out here in nature, and as somebody, Ralph Smarts, like to say, I'm breathing in that good prana, you know, getting my meditation on. But this path that I took, I knew where I wanted to get. I wanted to get to this dam. I want to get to this waterfall. Let me show you this for just a second. This waterfall. As you can see, that's where I wanted to get to. I knew I would get to that point. But what I also want you to see, is that although I came from that path back there, even past the point of my waterfall, there is another path that goes back that way. So just because I get to one point doesn't mean my journey has ended. But when you're walking a path, if you look at this path behind me, you see it curves. I can't see beyond the path. Most of us don't have the patience to walk the journey. We don't have the endurance to walk the journey. And if you want to get to where you want to be, you have to have the patience and the endurance to walk the journey. Let me show y'all that waterfall one more time. See if I can get it. But you got to have that willingness to walk that journey, that willingness to keep going, to not stop, to not get to your waterfall and then stop. You see, there are going to be hurdles in your pathway. And like I told you before, when I first started, I said this is a journey of at minimum 10 years. At minimum 10 years. It takes 10 years to become an overnight success in anything in life, right? When you're married, usually people talk about the 7-year itch. It usually happens around year 3. But if you continue your journey, you get to year 10. Year 10, if you're still together, that is a milestone. Why is that a milestone? Because many marriages don't get that far, right? They don't get that far. And people do that in business all the time. People do that in their finances. They invest in something. They expect to have their results the next day. You're not going to get your results the next day. You're not going to get them the next year. If you don't have patience, more than likely, you're not going to have that financial independence within a few months, within a few years. So it takes endurance. Napoleon Hill, he liked to talk about definiteness of purpose. In order to survive the journey, in order to have endurance, you have to have a definiteness of purpose. You have to know exactly where you want to go. And when you get there, you will appreciate it. But if you have that definiteness of purpose, you know exactly where you want to go, how hard you're willing to work, how long you're willing to suffer and go through, fight the battles, never give up, ensure that the right people are in your circle, and minimize the negative people in your circle. There will be people that you'll have to get rid of, people that you'll have to walk away from. Because why? Because you're on your path. You just came from that path. You have a choice. You can continue down this path or let your negative people take you up that path, which is a struggle to go uphill. So you have to determine whether or not people in your life are to a benefit. There is a law that talks about the fact that it's a law of release. Sometimes you have to release people. You have to release things. You have to release vices. You have to get things out of your life that inhibit you from having the fortitude to continue on your journey, having the endurance to keep moving. You have to remove those things that demotivate you while you increase the things that motivate you. You'll have a mentor that's in your life for now, but then that mentor must not be in your life later in order for you to continue to progress. There's gratitude, of course, but you have to know when to walk away, when to release people from your life, when to release items, things, vices, places that you live, things that you do, habits you have, things that you eat, things that you drink. When do you release these things out of your life so that you can maintain that fortitude? You can maintain your strength. you can continue to endure and continue to move forward. Because this path of becoming wealthy, right, it has its rocks, it has its branches, it has its obstacles. But if you continue to move forward, continue to have faith in yourself, have faith in the one that created you, have faith in your fellow man that are truly there to support you, then you'll be surprised at how your journey moves. And you celebrate every victory along the way. And you'll be quite surprised of how your life begins to turn out. Because then all the laws of the universe start working for you. The law of compensation starts working for you, right? And when the law of compensation works for you, then you receive all that you put out comes back to you multiplied. That's part of the law of compensation. You see, there are so many things that begin to enter your spirit, enter your mind, enter your conscious, your superconscious, your subconscious, enter everything within your life. You start to understand the law of threes. You start to understand how all these different attributes of the universe and how they unfold and how they work. And if you want to see how those things work, all you have to do is take a look at nature, take a look at what has been created. You know, no matter what man does, life continues to grow. Life comes out. You can build a dam, you can build a business, you can build a building. Life will continue. So life for you is for the taking, but it's only for the taking if you have enough fortitude and stamina and inside you. And that is where that definiteness of purpose, it keeps you grounded to the point where you know, even in the hard times, you will not give up. Even in the hard times, you will not surrender. Even in the most difficult time, you will reach out, grab hold of that thing that you cannot see, grab hold to the universe, grab hold to God, to faith, to consciousness, grab hold to people who are also representatives of that in your life, and you will continue to move forward. This is why ritual is so important. This is why items in your life are so important. You see, when I'm feeling like I need to connect, I come out here to nature, right? And if I want to connect with life, I can grab this tree. I can hold this tree, and I know that I am connected to the root of the world, that this tree roots goes down into the earth. It touches other roots. It touches everything, that I am connected to all things, and all things are connected to source. And when I am connected to source, I know that I can achieve whatever it is that I can keep and maintain a definiteness of purpose towards. And that, my friends, is what builds your stamina, builds your fortitude. And the more you celebrate your victories, it builds your faith. And you become stronger. You become a beast at this thing. And I'm telling you, I told you in the beginning, self-awareness is the first step. I really want to see you guys at this seminar on the 27th. Many of you have shown interest, but you haven't signed up officially. If you truly, truly want to make a difference in your life, sign up officially. If you truly are somebody who wants to accomplish, be a real person, sign up officially. Have a great day. My greatness is non-negotiable, and so is yours.